Dear students, in the previous three videos, I clearly explained about all concepts, each and every concept of parabola. Okay, and also in second video, I explained the two important problems. If a parabola is given, how to find all the elements, that means focus, vertex, directrix, equation of the directrix, equation of the axis, length of the lattice rectum. And one more problem, if 3 points are given on the parabola, how to find the equation of the parabola. So those are two important problems I explained in second video. So learn those concepts again. Okay, so in present three videos, means present video, next video and third video, I am going to explain all problems, different types of problems, various types of problems. I will cover all types of models, and also previously repeated questions in intermediate public examination. Okay, next various types of competitive exams also I am going to explain. So in last video completely spent for IIT JEE previous problems and MCET previous problems. Okay, so these three videos are also very important for problem solving. Okay, so learn these concepts. And in intermediate public examination, the weightage of this topic is one very short question, that means 2 marks question, and one long answer question, that is 7 marks question. Okay, so in these two videos, this video and next video, I am going to explain all types of various types of problems. Okay, so listen. So first one, find the equation of the parabola whose focus is s1 comma minus 7 and vertex is a1 comma minus 2. So in this problem, vertex is given and also focus. Okay, focus and vertex are given. How to find the equation of the parabola? So that is the question. So geometry is very important here. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, so focus is at 1 comma minus 7. This is 0 1, maybe this is 1 comma minus 7. Okay, next vertex is located at 1 comma minus 2. This is minus 2, this is minus 7. Okay, this is vertex of the parabola 1 comma minus 2. So now understand carefully. Vertex is 1 comma minus 2 and focus is 1 comma minus 7. So by previous observations, the focus must and should be lies inside of the parabola. So vertex is passing through, parabola passes through vertex. So roughly I am drawing here. So the parabola shape like this. Okay, parabola should passes through 1 comma minus 2 and focus is 1 comma minus 7. So parabola is like this. So in second video we learn about various forms of parabola. So in from those forms we can observe this is the form, this is the shifting graph of x square is equal to minus 4ay. So x square is equal to minus 4ay passes through origin. This shifted somewhere. So the form of this equation is x minus h whole square is equal to minus 4a into y minus k, where h k where a is positive. Okay, right. Now okay, first of all we need to find a value. How to find a value? A is nothing but focal distance between focus and vertex is called as a. Okay, so here first of all write what are given. So here vertex is 1 comma minus 2 and focus is s1 comma minus 7. So a is equal to what? A is equal to what? Distance between S and A. A is equal to SA. So find the distance between these 2 points, that is 1 minus 1 whole square plus minus 7 plus 2, minus 7 minus half minus 2 plus 2 whole square. So 1 minus 1 0 square 0 minus 7 plus 2 minus 5 whole square, that is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Otherwise we can find here only. So here this is minus 2, this is minus 7, distance between these 2 points is 5. That's why geometry is very, very important. Okay, if you draw the figure of this problem, then you can easily understand how the parabola will be, and we can easily estimate the distance between vertex and focus. Okay, so we got A. Now substitute all the h comma k, means this is h comma k, substitute here. So equation of the parabola is equal to x minus h whole square is equal to minus 4a into y minus k. So x minus h minus 1 whole square is equal to minus 4 into a value 5 into y minus k minus 2. Okay, so x minus 1 whole square is equal to minus 20 into y plus 2. So keep like this only, or simplify it, no problem. Okay, so expand this x square plus 1 minus 2x is equals to minus 20y minus 40. Bring to left side, you will get x square minus 2x plus 20y plus 41 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the required parabola. Okay, next different type problem. Find the equation of the parabola whose focus is 3 comma 5 and vertex is 1 comma 3. Focus is 3 comma 5 and vertex is 1 comma 3. So here I am drawing x axis, y axis, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So this is the point A 1 comma 3, A 1 comma 3, and this is the point S 3 comma 5. So the line which is joining this focus and vertex is called as axis of the symmetry. So this axis of the symmetry of the parabola is not parallel to x-axis, not parallel to y-axis. So this is another like this. So this is of the 9th form. This is the general form. Okay, so how can we find? So draw. So this is the focus, this is the vertex. So rough diagram of this parabola is like this. That means focus lies inside the parabola. Okay, next directrix is back side of the parabola. Okay, so here I am using the concept of parabola, the definition of parabola. Okay, so that means I am taking a point P x comma y on parabola. This SP is equals to PM. So this is the point Z, which is projection of focus. This is the M point, which is the projection of P, right? So by the definition, SA is equal to AZ. SA is equal to AZ means A is the midpoint of SZ. So let Z is x comma y. So here what I am going to do is I am going to find the equation of the directrix. How can we find equation of the directrix? So we should know the point, at least one point on this line, and we should know the slope. So if we know the slope and the point, we can easily estimate the equation of the straight line by using the formula y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So by using that concept, we can estimate the equation of the directrix. So if we know the directrix, so by the definition, SP means distance between these 2 points is equal to PM. PM means perpendicular distance from a point on the parabola to the directrix. So by using that concept, we can find the equation of the parabola. So this is very important question for 7 marks. Previous question is very short answer question, 2 marks. So that is simple problem. That is those types of problems are related to 8 forms, one of the 8 forms. So this is 9th form. Okay, so listen. So given, what are given? Focus is 3, 5, vertex A 1, 3. Now let zx, y be a point on directrix. Okay, so clearly z is equals to midpoint, sorry, A. Here A is the midpoint of SZ. That's why geometry is very important. You should draw the figure, rough figure of this problem. Then you have idea how to solve this problem. Midpoint of SZ. So A, what is A point? 1, 3. Midpoint of SZ. Midpoint of SZ means this is x, y, 3, 5. Midpoint of formula, that is x1 plus x2 by 2. That means 3 plus x by 2, y2 plus y1 plus y2 by 2. 5 plus y by 2. Okay, compare x and y's. 3 plus x by 2 is equals to 1. 3 plus x is equals to 2. X is equal to 2 minus 3, that is 1. Next, 5 plus y by 2 is equal to 3. 5 plus y is equal to 3, 6. Y is equal to 6 minus 5, 1. So therefore z point is minus 1, 1. We got the point z point on directrix. One point on directrix, that is minus 1, 1. Okay, now to find the equation of the directrix, we should know the slope of the directrix. How? So we can find the slope of this line. This line is perpendicular to this line. So from that we can find the perpendicular slope. Okay, so first of all, find the slope of the axis. Slope of the axis of the parabola, which is equal to slope of the axis means slope of the SA or SZ. Okay, so what is the formula? Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That means 5 minus 3 by 3 minus 1. 5 minus 3, 2 by 2. So which is equal to 1. So therefore, what is the slope? Clearly, slope of mz or slope of directrix. Slope of mz is equal to minus 1. Since SZ perpendicular to mz, these two are perpendicular, so the slope of this line is 1, then slope of this line is minus 1. Okay, right. Now so we can find the equation of the directrix. So what is the equation of the directrix? So here I will find equation of the directrix. What is the formula? Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. So what is the point here? Y minus y1 point. This is the point. Y minus y1 is equal to m. Slope is minus 1. X minus x1 minus 1. So y minus 1 is equal to minus 1 into x minus x. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus. Bring to left side. So minus 1 cancel. X plus y is equal to 0 is the equation of the directrix. Okay, so we got equation of the directrix. Okay, so now we can find the equation of the parabola. So by definition of parabola, what is the definition? SP is equals to pm. Sp is equals to pm. What is Sp? Under root of distance between these 2 points, under root of x minus 3 whole square plus let this point is x1 y1. Here already we took x comma y, x1 y1. Okay, so x1 minus 3 whole square plus y1 minus 5, y1 minus 5 whole square, x1 minus 3 whole square plus y1 minus 5 whole square is equals to pm. Pm means what? Perpendicular. Pm is nothing but perpendicular distance from px1 comma y1 to the line x minus y is equals to 0. The line directrix x plus y is equals to 0. So we know the perpendicular distance formula, that is modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. So by using that formula we can write the perpendicular distance here. What is a1? x1 means x1, b here b, x coefficient is a1, y coefficient is b1, point is 1, by c not there 0, under root of 1 square plus 1 square, a square plus b square means 1 square plus 1 square. Now squaring on both sides. Okay, square root cancel, so expand it, x1 square plus 9 minus 2 3 the 6x1, y1 square plus 25 minus 10 y1 is equals to here x1 plus y1 whole square by 1 square plus 1 square 2, not 2 square 2, 1 square 1, 1 square 1 2. Okay, root 2 whole square, square root cancel. Now 2 bring to left side, 2 into x1 square plus y1 square minus 6x1 minus 10y1, 25 plus 9 34 is equal to, expand this, x1 square plus y1 square plus 2x1 y1. Now rearrange the terms, 2y1 square minus 12x1 minus 20y1 plus 68, bring to left side, minus x1 square minus y1 square minus 2x1 y1 is equals to 0. So finally 2x1 square minus x1 square minus 2x1 y1 plus 2y1 square minus y1 square minus 12x1 minus 20y1 plus 68 is equal to 0. So this is the required parabola equation. Okay, right. So like this we can find the equation of the parabola of the general form. Okay, so very important question for long 7 marks question. Next, third problem, if 1 by 2 comma 2 is one extremity of a focal chord of the parabola y square is equal to 8x, then find the other extremity. Okay, so one extremity. Okay, y square is equal to 8x parabola is like this. Okay, so focal chord means what? What is the definition? If a chord which is passing through focus is called as focal chord. So first I will do this problem by using parametric equations. So the what is the parametric form of a point 80 square comma 280. Okay, so note this point. If one end of the focal chord is 80 square comma 280, then other end is a by t square comma minus 2a by t. Remember this formula. One end point of the extremity, one end point of the focal chord is 80 square comma 280, then another end point is a by t square comma minus 2a by t. Remember this formula. So now first of all, what is given parabola? Y square is equal to 8x. Compare with y square is equal to 4ax. Compare with, so by comparison we get 4a is equal to 8, a is equal to 2. So slow learners at least write this for given data and comparison. Most of the problems of the form y square is equal to 8x, first compare with y square is equal to 4x, general standard form. So then you will get the value of a. Okay, you may get at least 1 mark. Okay, right. So a is equals to 2. Now a is equals to 2. Given one extremity, so let this extremity is 1 by 2 comma 2. Compare, let one end point 1 by 2 comma 2 is equals to 8 square comma 280. Compare these two, you will get 280 is equals to 2. We have 2 to cancel, then 2 into a value is 2. 2 into t is equal to 1, then t is equal to 1 by 2. So we got the value of a and t. So other extremity, extremity means end point, other end point of the focal chord is, what is the formula? A by t square comma minus 2a by t. Okay, right. So a, what is a? 2 by t square, that means 1 by 2 whole square, minus 2 into a, 2 by t value 1 by 2. 1 by 2 whole square means 1 by 4. 1 by 4 will be reciprocal. So that means 4 by 1, 2 into 4 by 1 minus 4 into 2 by 1. So the point is 8 comma minus 8 is other end point. Okay. So this is the one way, and also I am explaining another method. Method 2 in Cartesian form. So this is the parabola. Let this point is P, 1 by 2 comma 2. This is the focus, and this is the another point Q. Let it be x1 comma y1. So this x1 comma y1 lies on y square is equal to 8x. That's why y1 square is equal to 8x1. From this, x1 is equal to what? y1 square by 8. So substitute here. Q become y1 square by 8 comma y1. Y square is equal to 8x is given parabola. So this point x1 y1 lies on this parabola. Therefore y1 square is equal to 8x1. From that, x1 is equal to y1 square by 8. This point is y1 square by 8 comma y1. Okay, observe, this is the focal chord and this is the line segment. The slope of this SP, okay, is equal to the slope of SQ. Okay, same line means the slope of these two must and should be equal. So using that concept, slope of SQ is equal to slope of SP. Okay, so slope of SQ is equal to slope of SP. Slope of SP is equal to slope of SQ. What is this here? A comma 0, right? So a, already we got a value, so that means this is 2 comma 0. 2 comma 0 means slope of SQ. To SQ means y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, right? 0 minus y1 minus 0 by, that means y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, y1 square by 8 minus 2, which is equal to slope of SP, y2 minus y1, 0 minus 2 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay, so here S is focus of this form, y square is equal to 4ax, focus is a comma 0. Okay, now simplify this one. Y1 by 8 LCM, y1 square minus 16 is equal to minus 2 by 2 LCM, 4 minus 1. Okay, so 8 bring up, 8 y1 by y1 square minus 16 is equal to brings up minus 4 by 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1 3, do cross 4 1s 4 2s, do cross multiplication, 3 2s 6 y1 is equal to minus y1 square minus into minus plus 16. So bring left side, y1 square plus 6y1 minus 16 is equals to 0. Okay, Right, now factorize this one. Y1 square plus 8y1 minus 2y1 minus 16 is equal to 0. Y1 plus 8 into y1 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so from this you will get y1 is equal to minus 8, y1 is equals to 2. So already y1 is equals to 2 point we got here. So take y1 is equal to minus 8 and substitute in here x1 here. This is the point, y1 is equal to minus 8. So then q point is y1 square, that means minus 8 whole square by 8 comma minus 8. So q 64 by 8, 8 comma minus 8. So this is the way of finding in another way. Okay, right. So first method is by using parametric equation and second method is by using Cartesian form. Next problem, find the coordinates of the points on the parabola y square is equal to 8x whose focal distance is 10 units. Given parabola and focal distance are given. So y square is equal to 8x means this is open right side, y square is equal to 8x parabola. Okay, so given parabola y square is equal to 8x, immediately compare with what? Y square is equal to 4ax. Then after comparison we will get 4a is equals to 8. This implies a is equals to 2. 4 ones 4 twos. Okay, so we got focus, that is 2 comma 0. Okay, next what is given? Focal distance. Focal distance is equals to 10. Okay, let px1 y1 be a point on locus. Okay, so we should find the focal distance. Focal distance is given. What is the focal distance? 10. What is the formula for focal distance? x1 plus a. Already we derived in previous videos the focal distance formula. Focal distance is nothing but distance between focus and a point on the parabola is called as focal distance. That distance is x1 plus a. So let the point px1 y1 be a point on parabola. Is a point on parabola. Y square is equal to 8x. So it must satisfy that parabola. That means y square is equal to 8x1. Y square is equal to 8x1. And now x1 plus a is equals to 10. x1 plus what is the value of a? 2 is equals to 10. x1 is equals to 10 minus 2. x1 is equals to 8. So we got the x1 value. So substitute in 1. Okay, from that y1 square is equal to 8x1 means 8 into 8. y1 square is equal to 64. y1 is equal to plus or minus root 64, that is y1 is equal plus or minus 8. Okay, so therefore the coordinates of the points on parabola are one is x1 means 8, x1 comma y1, right? So one is x1 means how much we got? 8 comma 1 time take plus 8 y value or 8 comma minus 8. So these are the 2 points on the parabola. There are infinitely many points, so only 2 points, 8 comma 8 and 8 comma minus 8. Okay, with the distance graphically also we should be perfect graphically. So as this is 2 comma 0, here the point may be here, that is 8 comma 8. This is 8, right? So here another point, that is 8 comma minus 8. 8 comma minus 8 in fourth quadrant, 8 comma 8 in first quadrant. So this distance is 10 and this distance is also 10. Focal distance between focus and point on parabola. Okay, so like that we can find. Next problem, find the equation of the parabola whose focus is minus 2 comma 3 and directrix is the line 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0. Also find the length of the lattice rectum and the equation of the axis. So we should find the equation of the parabola, focus is given and directrix also given. Also find length of the lattice rectum and the equation of the axis. For this, roughly draw the figure. So here I drawn this line 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0 by putting x is equal to 0 we will get 0 comma 1.3, and by putting y is equal to 0 we will get x is equal to 2, that means 2 comma 0. This is the straight line, that means directrix equation, and this is the focus, so vertex is lies between focus and directrix, that's why this is the parabola, this is our parabola. Okay, right. Here to find the equation of the parabola using this logic, that is SP is equal to PM, SP is equal to PM. Let P x1 comma y1 be a point on locus, point on the parabola. P x1 y1 be a point on parabola, right? So what is the concept here? SP is equals to PM. 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0 is equation of directrix. S minus 2 comma 3 is the focus. So what is the definition? SP is equals to PM. This distance, focal SP is equal to PM. Okay, what is SP? SP, distance between these 2 points, under root of x1 minus of minus 2 plus 2 whole square plus y1 minus 3 whole square, right, is equals to PM. PM, observe here, PM is means perpendicular distance from point x1 y1 to the directrix. What is the directrix? This one. Okay, so that is perpendicular distance, means 2ax1 plus by1 like that, 3y, by1 minus 4 by under root of 2 square plus 3 square. Now squaring on both sides and simplify. So square root cancel. Now expand this, x1 square plus 4 plus 4x1, a plus b whole square formula, a minus b whole square formula, y1 square plus 9 minus 6y1 is equal, here apply a, squaring on both sides means square root cancel. So this is a plus b plus c whole square, a plus b plus c whole square formula, a plus b plus c whole square formula, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca, expand it, a square 2x1 whole square, that means 4x1 square, b square 3y1 whole square, 9y1 square, c square 4 square 16 plus 2ab, a 2x1, b 3y1, 2bc, b 3y1, c right minus 4, y means plus c is equal minus 4, so c is equal minus 4, 2ca, 2 into minus 4 into 2x1 by 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 9 plus 4 13, so square root cancel, so 13 is remaining. Okay, so bring 13 to left hand side and multiply with each and every term. 13x1 square, 13 4 the 52, 13 4 the 52x1, 13y1 square, 13 9s 117, right? Okay, next 13 6 the 78 y1 is equal to, so bring to left side these all terms, minus 4x1 square minus 9y1 square minus 16, 2 3 the 6, 6 2 the 12, 12x1 y1 bring to left side, minus 12x1 y1, 2 3 the 4, 4 4 the 16, minus 16 bring left side, that is plus 16 y1 2 4 the 8, 8 2 the 16, minus 16 bring to left side, that is plus 16x1 is equals to 0. Okay, any terms will get cancelled? No. Okay, and then write 13x1 square minus 4x1 square, how much? 9x1 square. Okay, next this completed. Next xy term minus 12x1 y1. Next 13y1 square minus 9y1 square plus 4y1 square. Okay, next 52x1, x1 term 16x1, 52 plus 16, 68x1. Okay, next y1 terms minus 78y1 plus 60y1, that is minus 52, 62y1, 62y1, 62 or not? Sorry, 2 3 is 6, 6 4 is 24 plus 24, 24y1. So check yourself. So now 78y1, 624y1 become 8 minus 4, 4, 7 minus 2, 5. So 54y1. Now 52 constant, 52 plus 117, that is 169. 169 minus 16. 169 minus 16, 153. So is equals to 0. So therefore locus, therefore equation of the parabola is 9x square, remove x1 y1, minus 12xy plus 4y square plus 68x minus 54y plus 153 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the required parabola, right? So like this, by using definition. So ఇది చూడడానికి పెద్దగా కనబడుతుంది కావచ్చు, బట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేయండి, ఫార్ములా అప్లై చేయండి, దెన్ యూ కెన్ డూ ఈజీలీ. ఓకే, రైట్. నెక్స్ట్ ఆల్సో వీ షుడ్ ఫైండ్ లెంత్ ఆఫ్ ది లాటస్ రెక్టమ్. Length of the lattice rectum formula is 4a. Okay, so length of the lattice rectum is 4a. So here it is difficult to find the value of a, but by using perpendicular distance concept we can find easily. Okay, what is that concept? So here length of the lattice rectum, is what? 4a. It can be written as 2 into 2a. Here 2a means this distance is 2a, right? Focus directrix distance, this is a, this is a. So the distance between focus to the directrix is what? 2a. So that is nothing but perpendicular distance from where? Focus yes to directrix. What is directrix here? 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0. So 2a is nothing but the distance between focus and directrix, right? So use that concept, important concept here. So what is the formula? Modulus of ax1, 2 into x1 value minus 2, by1, 3 into y1 value 3, minus c by under root of 2 square plus 3 square. So 2 into minus 4 minus 8 plus 9, that is 1. Modulus of 1 by root 4 plus 9, 13. So the value of the length of the lattice rectum is 2 by root 13. Next, equation of the axis. How can we find here equation of the axis, right? So equation of the axis means this is the equation of the axis. Okay, so we know the point, we should know the slope. Okay, So how can we find the slope of the directrix? By using, by means these two are perpendicular to each other. So if we know the slope of the directrix, we can find the slope of the axis. So what is the slope of the directrix? Slope of the directrix is equals to minus x coefficient by y coefficient, that means minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3. Now slope of the axis, slope of the axis is equal to perpendicular slope. These two are perpendicular to each other. The slope of the directrix is minus 2 by 3, then the slope of the axis is 3 by 2. Product of these slopes is equals to minus 1. Why? Because these two are perpendicular. Product of those slopes is minus 1, right? We got the slope of the axis, and what is the point? Minus 2 comma 3. We know the point minus 2 comma 3. We know the slope. So what is the equation of the axis? Therefore equation of axis formula, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus y1 3 is equals to m slope 3 by 2 into x minus of minus 2 x minus x1. 2y minus 6 is equal to bring this side, that means 2 into y minus 3 is equal 3 into x plus 2. 2y minus 6 is equal 3x plus 6. Bring to right side, 3x minus 2y minus 6 become plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, 12 is equals to 0. So 3x minus 2y plus 12 is equals to 0 is the equation of the axis. Like this we can find the equation of the parabola, length of the lattice rectum, and equation of the axis. This is also important for long answer questions. Prove that the area of the triangle inscribed in the parabola y square is equal to 4ax is 1 by 8a modulus of y1 minus y2 into y2 minus y3 into y3 minus y1 square units, where y1, y2, y3 are the ordinates of its vertices. Okay, so here the geometry of this problem is y square is equal to 4ax is the parabola. These three are points x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. So here I am solving this problem by using parametric forms. So the parametric forms are points of the parametric points in the parametric form: at1 square comma 2at1, first point; second point at2 square comma 2at2, third point at3 square comma 2at3. So here 3 points are on the parabola inscribed. This is the triangle formed by adding these 3 points, okay, which is inscribed in the parabola. So we should find the area of this triangle. Okay, that is the concept of this problem. Okay, so how can we find this problem? Write all those things. P at1 square comma 2at1, that is x1 y1. Q at2 square comma 2at2, that is x2 y2. R at3 square comma 2at3, that is x3 y3 are points on the parabola, y square is equal to 4ax. Okay, right. Now what is the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle PQR, the formula is in 10th class you learn about that formula. In intermediate also, 1 by 2 modulus of x1 into y2 minus y3 summation plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So by using this formula we can find the area of this triangle, but in one step you may face some difficulty. So we can find like this also. So the area of the, in first year straight lines, in first year's straight line chapter you learn this formula, I think. So that is absolute value of, that means modulus of, absolute value of 1 by 2 modulus of, if x1 y1 or x2 y2 x3 y3 are 3 points, that is absolute value of x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1. So in first first column we should write x1 coefficients, x coordinates, second column y coordinates, and third column keep it as all elements as 1. So then find the determinant value. So here we should use the determinant concept. Okay, so 1 by 2 at1 square 2at1 1 at2 square 2at2 1 at3 square 2at3 1. Okay, right. So this is important formula. Okay, 1 by 2 x1 y1 1 x1 y1 1 x2 y2 1 x3 y3 1. Okay, this is the formula to find the area of the triangle, right? So absolute, I'm writing in short form absolute, ABS, absolute value of 1 by 2. So here do row operations, okay, or here A is common in first column, 2A is common in second column. Okay, so A is common in C1, 2A is common in C2. Okay, so then A common, 2A common, what is remaining here? T1 square, T2 square, T3 square. Next 2A common, T1, T2, T3, 1 1 1. Okay, so 2 gets cancelled, A into A square. Now absolute value of A into A square. Here I am doing row operations. R1 implies R1 minus R2, R2 implies R2 minus R3. So to find the determinant in easy way, I am doing row operations. So R1 minus R2 means T1 square minus T2 square. Here T1 minus T2, 1 minus 1 0. Next this one T2 square minus T3 square, T2 minus T3 0. Next last row T3 square, T3 1. Right? Next what is common in here? So this is in the form of a square minus b square. This can be written as a plus b, t1 plus t2 into t1 minus t2. This also t2 plus t3 into t2 minus t3. Okay, so t1 minus t2 common in R1, t2 minus t3 common in R2. So then area is equal to absolute value of a square into t1 minus t2 into t2 minus t3. So here t1 minus t2 common, in this one t2 minus t3 common. Okay, so what is remaining here? So I am removing this figure also. Then what is remaining? T1 plus T2, here nothing is there, so 1 0. T2 plus T3, 1 0. Last row T3 square, no operation on third row. Now it is easy to find the determinant, that is absolute value of a square into T1 minus T2, T2 minus T3 into along with the third column, determinant along with third column, 0 into something 0, minus 0 into row, remove row column, so you will find the determinant that becomes 0, minus 0 into row, remove and column, you will get something that is also 0. Okay, next last one plus 1 into remove row and column, you will get T1 plus T2 1, T2 plus T3 1. Okay, that is the determinant value. Now I am writing absolute value of, that means here a square is square form, that is positive. Now write absolute means modulus of what is remaining, t1 minus t2, t2 minus t3. Here find the determinant, t1 plus t2 into 1, t1 plus t2 minus of t2 plus t3. Okay, so t1 plus t2 minus t2 minus t3, t2 cancel, so what is remaining, t1 minus t3. Okay, t1 minus t2, t2 minus t3. So taking minus common and apply modulus, you will get a square modulus of t1 minus t2 into t2 minus t3 into, we can write t3 minus t1. Okay, taking minus as common, here modulus of minus become plus, no problem, mod minus a is equal mod a. Okay, right, so no problem here. Why? Because we have security modulus is there. Okay, now our answer is in t's, and question here in question we have y1, y2, y3, so convert that one. So what is the value of y1? Actually 281, 282. So multiply 2a to this one and 2a to this one. Here not plus symbol, we have product, so 2a. So multiply each term with 2a. So we are multiplying each term with 2a means we should divide also, 2a into 2a into 2a. Okay, right, I am dividing 3 2a's and multiplying 3 2a's. Okay, so if we take common and cancel, we will get same term only, 2a into t1, 2a t1 minus 2a t2, 2a into t2, 2a t2 minus 2a t3, 2a into t3, 2a t3 minus 2a t1, modulus close. So finally, therefore area of triangle PQR is equals to, so a square gets cancelled, 1 by 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 1 by 8a modulus of y, because a is always positive, which is focal length. Okay, a is always positive. So what is 2a t1? We took formula points a t1 square comma 2a1. In this 2a t1 is called as y1. Okay, so this is y1. Similarly this is y2, y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, and y3 minus y1 square units. Okay, so do practice. This is very simple problem, just using determinant concept, row operations and etc. Okay, take points and apply determinant, we can find this area easily, 1 by 8a modulus of y1 minus y2 into y2 minus y3 into y3 minus y1. So these are the some important problems which I discussed in this video, some which are related to exercise 3a in textbook. Okay, so 3a related problems, all problems completed. So in next video I am going to discuss about 3b related problems. Okay, right after that I will include IIT JEE EAMCET previous problems also. Okay, so practice these all problems carefully, thoroughly, and solve some more problems, some example problems and some another problems also there, related problems. So solve all those problems. Okay, thank you.